Hello, HCS Flex Virtual CP Forensic Science students. For those of you who missed our initial welcome meeting, I wanted to make this recording so you'd be able to review some of the information that we covered. Once you have finished viewing this recording, you will be able to receive the password to take the first unit's assessment. So, moving right along, there's a couple of things about the course that I need to point out to you. The first are some of the information that you'll find going down the side. I'm your instructor. We don't usually put anything in the announcements. There's some information for you about logging into Gizmo. This tab here is for the instructions for how to do that. And then where it says your student or Gizmo student login, that's a code that you will receive. This is how you join the class. I think there's only one lab that's in Gizmo, but you'll need this code in order to join the class to participate in that. Going down through other things that are available to you, there's the course overview, which kind of gives a description about what the course is. There's the Meet the Teacher, which is where you'll find most of the information that you need. If you've read down through this already, that's great. It tells a little bit about me, the courses I teach both in the building and for HCS Flex, and really just information. So then there's some specific dates that you need to be aware of. The first is that the official start date for our course was January 27th, which was this past Monday. And the official end date is Friday, May 16th. It's a little bit before school's out because we have to be able to make sure that we get your final grades to your base schools so that they can be used to calculate your final GPA. No assignments will be accepted, including your final exam, after 8 p.m. on Wednesday, May 15th. And that should say Thursday. So it will momentarily. Your exams will be monitored or proctored on a Google Meet. Use ClassWise also to make sure that you're not on any other websites at the time. All assessments are timed within the course, and there is no redo, retry, retake, or test corrections. You only have one attempt for all of the assessments. There are some activities within the course that allows you for more than one attempt, but for quizzes and tests and some of the labs, you only have one attempt. To communicate with me, the best way is through my Remind 101. It's a free text messaging service. It allows me to message you as a group or individually, and you can respond or send me a message, and it only comes to me. You cannot message other students within the app, but you can message me. And to join our Remind group, for the two-part or the recipient, you type in the number 81010, and the message is at Flex CSI, all one word, all lowercase, and make sure you include the @ sign. You'll be asked for your name, but that's only so that it can build a roster for me, and your parents are welcome to join as well. If you would like, you can email me. Your response from an email will probably be farther down the road. I know that we have 24 hours to respond to emails, and I don't check my email as often as I have access to my text messages, so that's why the response time is longer. I understand that with the new implementation of the state regulation against cell phones in the schools, that could cause an issue, but you can go to remind.com and you'll still be able to message me through the computer. And if you don't get a response from me within the Remind app or in the emails, please don't hesitate to re-message me. We'll have office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays each week from 7 to 8. They are not mandatory. No new content will be taught or presented. It's mainly just for you to be able to come and ask questions if you want. I always am available to you, however, so if you come across an issue that you don't understand, and it's hard or it's difficult for you to get it from me just talking to you, like over the phone or through messaging, we can set up a time to have a spontaneous Google Meet with the same link as we use for our class Google Meet. Parents are encouraged to use office hours also if they have questions or concerns about content, but they can always message me as well, either through email or the Remind app. This is additionally, while I know that none of my students would ever consider cheating, that is definitely a pitfall of having a virtual class. There are consequences if it's discovered that you are cheating, and it can just be the response to one question. If you copy and paste from the internet, if you copy and paste from someone else, if you and someone else have the same answers, in other words, if you've worked together, that's considered cheating. The consequences are for the first incident that you'll receive a 0 for the assignment and your parents will be notified. For the second incident, you'll have a 0 for the assignment. Your parents will be notified, and then your base school administrator will also be notified. Sometimes there's honor code violation consequences at your base school for that. And if you have a third incident, you'll receive a 0 for the assignment. Your parents will be notified. Your base school will be notified, and you could possibly be removed from the course. Keep in mind that using AI to generate your responses is also considered cheating, even using Grammarly. So just do the work yourself. I mean, sometimes it seems a little bit lengthy, but it's really interesting things, and it's stuff that's popular in the culture of today. So finally, I'm sure that you're interested in the pacing guide, and if you haven't been able to find the pacing guide yet, here's where it is located. It's also in the information about the instructor, which is here. And it comes in 2 different versions. It's also where the Google Meet is. It comes in 2 different versions. There is a calendar view, and then there is a unit view. So if we take the unit view, it looks like this, and it gives you the due dates for all of the pieces of the course. Oops, wrong way. If you take the calendar view, which is the one that I prefer, it tells you which pieces of the unit are due. So for example, this week you're working in the introductory level things and beginning unit 1. You'll notice your final exams are on the 14th and the 15th. That will be the things that are on the Google Meet. You only have to be in one. You don't have to choose both days. It's a 2-hour window. It will begin at 6:00 p.m. And end at 8:00. You have that whole time. Shouldn't take you that long, but you do have 2 hours to take it either day. So make sure you set aside, if you work after school or you have athletics or practice or whatever, your exam needs to be taken during one of those 2 dates at one of those 2 times. Some students prefer to take it in school with the person that they are working with during the course of the day for their course. For example, if you have a free block that they are setting aside for you to get this work done, you can ask that person to proctor your exam. They just need to email me and let me know that they will be responsible for proctoring you for the entire time, and I will send them the password to your exam. Now, these are suggested due dates. You can always work ahead. You should never try not to get behind because it can really snowball. And the course is progressive, which means that you have to finish one activity before you can begin the next. You can't just go through and do all the labs and then take all the tests. It doesn't work that way. And that's a virtual SC policy. I would print out one of these 2 pacing guides and then hang it up somewhere where you will be able to see it all the time and physically cross off the activities as you complete them. And then you just begin. You'll notice that some of the things, when you complete them, it doesn't change your grade. A lot of the notes are like that. Some of these beginning activities are like that. And that's because they don't count in your final grade, but you have to complete them in order to have the next thing open for you. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, this is where you're going to find most of the information. in the Meet the Teacher tab. Don't forget, here is your Gizmo login information. And then here's also a copy of the pacing guide. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thank you and have a great day.